Okay, am I live? Am I a live person? Does the mic work? Hold on. Hello? Hello, microphone. Okay, good. We're live. Awesome. Hi guys, everybody. Welcome to the celebration stream. It's gonna be fun and exciting, mostly because I've decided to bake something for myself. So we have a special guest here today. This is Toriel. She is from Undertale, and this is her pie. And we're gonna be making her pie today. It's gonna be freaking delicious. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I've only made this once before. It probably was a different recipe. The one we're using today, credit where credit is due, is the one that was used on Nerdy Nummies, because Nerdy Nummies is amazing, and I like the way that pie looked at the very least. So that's the one we're going to be doing, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. I've made pie dough only like 2, maybe 3 times in my life. And one of those times wasn't even for a pie. It was for a cheesecake, which called for pie dough crust. I'm not sure why, but it tasted good. I mean, it was a pretty good cheesecake, all things considered. So we're going to get started right away with this whole pie process, because it's probably going to... It may not turn out perfect, but I'm going to eat it, regardless what happens. All right, step A, preheat the oven. 350. Boom. Now measure out all the crap. Okay. Combine flour, sugar, vanilla bean, and salt. Flour. Okay. A metric butt ton of flour. Like 2.5 cups? 2.5 cups, which... Oh my god, thank you! Thank you so much for the subscription. You now have the coveted Founders Badge. So feel special about that. They're running out fast. Apparently, before I even did any streams after getting affiliate, Witty's mom and Ginhee, who's amazing, all subscribed. And I'm like, oh, gee, thank you. And the funny thing is that I almost didn't notice it. I was faffing around with OBS. I wasn't streaming or recording or anything, but I was faffing around with it. It was open in the background. And I hear the notification noise, and I'm like, I remember I said that for something. Is that a follower? But it was like, no, it's a subscription. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. And then it happened again. So I was like, yay. But thank you. Thank you so much. Damn what? Damn what, Mousetrap? What's the problem? Tell me what your major malfunction is while I do some math. Okay, 2.5. 1 cup of flour is 125, so that would be 250 plus half of 125. Bust open the calculator. 125 times 2.5. So 313. Okay, 313 grams of flour. That's not a butt ton. Yeah, it's a butt ton. It's a butt ton of flour. It's a butt ton. How much do you consider a butt ton? I mean, I guess 4 cups would be more. I feel like I used 4 cups for something semi-recently. Number is it 312? Yeah, 312. Okay. There you go. Nope. Yes. Oh, 310. So close. 312. Just a little bit more. 314. That's too much. There you go. 313. Just what we needed. And we're going to leave the flour out because we are going to need it soon. All right. For the part that I'm most excited about, and by most excited I mean we'll probably end in miserable failure, but that's okay. You wanted to be first in the stream to subscribe. You could be second. There's nothing wrong with being second. Everyone loves second. Silver's great. Haven't you heard? It's an amazing investment. I actually recently bought some silver. I've wanted to for a long time, and then all the GameStop stuff happened, and I'm like, that might be a good time to invest. That sounds smart. Okay, so that's flour, right? Okay, so next we need 2 tablespoons of sugar, which a tablespoon I think is like, was it 12 and a half? 12 and a half. Yeah, so 25. 25 grams of sugar. Oh, God. 14. 20. 25. Perfect. Dump that in. Vanilla bean. Okay, so I want to confess right now, I hate this. This is the most expensive part of the whole freaking meal. This vanilla bean, because this was the only vanilla bean that they had available, cost $11. That's excessive. Like, I don't know if inorganic vanilla bean is a thing that exists and or would cost less, but this was the only one they had available, so it's the one that I got. I feel like in future, if I do more pie stuff, I will probably find a recipe that does not use vanilla bean and just uses like vanilla extract, even if it is not as good of a flavor. Like $11? Come on. That's ridiculous. All right, so we gotta just scrape all this crap out with his butter knife. Try not to injure ourselves in the process. Here we go. It calls for half a vanilla bean. This vanilla bean is already cut in half. Don't ask questions, it's fine. I'm just gonna scrape all the little goodness out of the bean. Or at least as much as we can. And then our fingers are gonna smell like vanilla. You know what I wanna know? Hold on. You can have it. A butt ton is an actual measurement. How much is it? A butt is approximately 130 gallons. Okay. So 130 gallons of flour would be a butt ton. Okay, so it's not exactly a butt ton, but it's a lot of flour, in my opinion, as somebody who doesn't really do that much stuff that could be considered bread-like. Hopefully that will change going forward. But yeah, I want to know. So like, do people eat the whole bean or like the outside? Because like all the recipes that I've ever done have been like, oh, scrape out the insides and put it in what you're making. I'm like, who thought to do that? Like, whose idea was it to just take the inside of the bean and not like any of the rest of it? What else do I need? Salt. 1 teaspoon salt. Okay. And shoot about. Half a teaspoon. Whole teaspoon. Do this over the sink so that all the excess just rinses away. Sounds good. There we go. Perfect. Blam. How about that? Yep, mix together just a little bit. Whiskety, whisk, whisk. So a little bit more combined, especially the bean, because it likes to kind of just clump together in my experience. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so the next part is exciting. So we need 1/2 cup of butter and 1/2 cup of butter-flavored shortening, cubed and ice cold. So I have those in the freezer. One moment. Now another thing that this recipe calls for is buttermilk that is also ice cold. So right now we have this contraption set up with the buttermilk in an ice bath in its container, just to make sure it's cold enough. Because if there's one thing that I have heard about pie doughs and other such pastries is that working with the stuff cold is the only way to make it turn out right. Melted butter, not so great. So let's attach all of that. Oh God. Wait. More liquid measurement, like ale or wine. But who's counting? I'm counting. I always count. I'm a numbers guy. It is important to me. Exact measurements and precisions. What?
Change your stream time.
What? To what? Did I not update this? Did I not click update? What's it say right now? Huh?
I'll refresh my thing.
Hold on. Update information. I would have sworn I clicked that. What does it say, people? Tell me. Tell me, I must know. Whiskey business. Okay. cut the stuff. All right, so this here is a pastry cutter. And you basically mash it into your butter and your flour until it turns into sand.
It changed.
Oh, good. I don't know if it was wrong to begin with, but it's definitely not wrong now, so that's all that matters. Yeah, the recipe is like, oh, just get your hands in there and just, go to town on it. And I'm like, I could do that. Or I could use this device which is specifically designed to do this task. Like, I realize not everybody's going to have one of these, so if you don't, then yeah, use your hands. Get them all nice and cold first, probably. I'm pretty sure that's a thing that I've seen people do too. Of course, you also want them to be dry when you do that because you don't want to add extra moisture to the concoction before it's time. This is a decent workout, okay. Another thing I might change, apart from the vanilla bean thing, if I do this more in the future, is I've read, and I think I might have done this the one time that I can recall, but I've read that if you freeze butter and then grate it with a cheese grater, it incorporates amazingly well into pie dough. Why didn't I do it this time? A, didn't feel like it. B, even though I'm, totally not following the recipe on every single step, I want to follow the recipe on most of the steps, if possible. All right, we're getting there. Oh my gosh. That went onto the laptop. Let's just brush that off real fast. See, it's fine. Everything's fine. Too cold to mess with? I mean, a little bit. Cold fingers are not what we're in the market for today. Smush, 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 smush. Come on. Okay, I think it's looking about good. Here's the problem, though, is I feel like it might be a good idea to do the next part by hand anyway. Just because the way that the dough needs to end up is more of a glob. So, is this good? This looks good. All right, so right now it's looking a little bit like that, right? That looks kind of like crumbly dough. Just scoot all of you away. Flap, flap, flappity, flap, flap. Oh God, look at this thing. Look at this, it bent. Oh, it's too high. Okay, look at this thing. There we go. It bent. I don't know if this thing is just not super sturdy or if I was just too rough on it. Maybe both. Who knows? Anyway, all right, so we've got that. The amount of, if I'm not going to use this, I'm going to toss it in the sink. So the amount of buttermilk that this calls for is 6 tablespoons, which is 2 less than half a cup. So I've just measured out half a cup here. And actually, let me grab the container. I'm probably not even going to use the rest of this buttermilk for anything. But I figure, might as well put it back into the container it came from anyway. So we're going to just measure out 1 tablespoon. Like so. Pour you back in there. And then a 2nd tablespoon, like so. And what do you know? We got 6 tablespoons of delicious buttermilky liquid sitting inside our ice cold container. Nice. Like 25 Fahrenheit in Texas right now. Loving it. 25 Fahrenheit. That's kind of cold. Could be colder. I'm not sure what it is in Utah right now. I think it's warmer than that, to be honest. Are you a fan of the cold weather? Okay, so here, first put this away. Back in the fridge. Okay, so second, going to get my hands nice and cold. Nice and cold, just kind of cool you off right there. Yeah, okay, yeah. Freeze, make it hurt. Numb up those fingers, okay. Good. Rinse those a little bit. Tap dry. Now is the part we add the buttermilk. Shillelagh! You like cold weather? Also here. Congrats on being here. I'm glad to have you here. So now we're gonna just get our hands all up in here and just kind of mush it together till it incorporates into a nice dough that smells like pie that hasn't been baked yet. Oh my gosh. It's all stuck to my fingers. But I feel like that's what it's supposed to be doing. Alright, so now it's looking a bit something like this, which is more dough-like in consistency, but it's still not quite there. You like seasons? Seasons are nice. It's nice to have more than just a single year-round staleness, though I will say that San Diego, with its pretty much year-round 70, 75 degree temperature, is pretty compelling. I'm not gonna lie. Once upon a time, I thought, oh man, I should probably try to move there, except, oh crap, it's in California and super expensive, right? That's not what we want in life, is it? Super expensive places to live. Unless we can afford it. Which we can't right now, but that's fine. The rent is too damn high. Alright, so now we got all this wonderful dough that's stuck to the insides and outsides of our fingers. We're just gonna peel away, slap onto the dough, and try to get a nice cohesive ball. Alright, so here we have our ball of dough. So majestic. Pie is certifiably the best food. Really, that's an interesting claim. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's pretty high praise. I personally think that cheesecake is the best, but then there are some people who claim that all cheesecake is pie, which is not exactly true. But, alright, so we're going to stick you there for a second and rinse off these hands, because I'm going to do a thing with them real fast. Rinsing of the hands is going to be a thing, probably frequently. At least in the first half of this stream. Alright, so we need to wrap this tightly and then put it in the fridge for it to firm up and stuff. Shepherd's pie, pizza pie, square pie. What is square pie? This is a thing I've not heard of myself. Okay, so that's about yay, and about yay. And it should be enough as long as it rips properly, and it did. Excellent. I've seen square pizzas. Could that be considered a square pie? Alright, so we're going to just kind of set you down like so. Come on. Come on. Plop you right here. Fold you over like so. And you. And you. And here we have pie dough. I would say cheesecake is one of the best desserts, certainly, though pie's versatility knows no bounds. See, but that's the thing, is that cheesecake is really versatile. Like, I know enough cheesecake recipes to know that you can turn any dessert into a cheesecake. Like, pretty much any single one you can think of. If there's not a recipe for it yet, there can be. I guarantee it. But anyway, I'm going to put this over here. Alright, so this needs to go in the fridge for 2 hours. What are we going to do in those 2 hours, you may ask yourself? Well, ho-ho, ho-ho-ho, ho-ho-ho, ho-ho. You don't have to wait one gosh darn second. Because I have a time machine that has taken me into the future and gotten me 2 hours. Well, actually, this is more like, God, when did I make this? I made this last night. I made this last night in anticipation for this stream because I wanted to make the dough, but I also wanted to have the dough available and not waste time. So we've got dough all ready to roll out. Isn't that exciting? Let me just kind of clean up this area a little bit first because it's got crumbly crap all over the place because I am a master stirrer. Right? I was like, I'm going to do that thing that they do on cooking shows and actually prepare something ahead of time so that I'm actually not waiting forever. Though we are going to have to wait for the... I could have done this ahead of time, too. Oh, man. If I'd have made three... If I made 3 doughs, I could have had the one that's baked so that we don't have to wait for it to bake in the oven. And, oh, man. Maybe next time. Maybe if I ever become successful enough to just spend excessive amounts of money on ingredients, and that's what we're going to do. But fear not, that dough's not going to go to waste. I've already planned to use it next week to make peach pie for Whitty, and that'll be delicious and fantastic. So, just double check. Okay, so this is as far as I've done in the recipe because again, I did all that last night, so it was familiar to me. This is not familiar anymore, so I'm going to actually have to pay attention. Fantastic. Nerd jokes. Nerd jokes? We don't do nerd jokes on this stream. What do you think I am, a nerd? I am. I'm very much so. Let's see. Da 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 doop doop doop. Yep. Continue work. Drip strip. Yep. Okay. All right. So roll dough. Okay. So there's something I know about dough and rolling it. Well, first off, it'd be nice if I had like some kind of silicone sheet, but instead we're just gonna sprinkle some flour all up on here to hopefully make it easier for us to roll that dough out. Right? That's the thing. Pretty sure. 90% sure that's a thing. Okay. Put you back over here. I don't think we're going to need you again for the rest of the stream. So we're supposed to roll this out to be about 1/4 inch in thickness. Which, since I'm a weirdo, where'd the other one go? I had another knife. What did I do with that knife? Oh, is it over here? It's over here. Okay. So ahead of time, I was like, okay, let's find out how much 1/4 inch is. This is about 1/4 inch of thickness. So if I put this here and kind of just use it as a guesstimate and try to roll this dough into a reasonably even amount of thickness. Down with thickness. I'm actually almost a little bit worried about the dough here because it doesn't look like all the butter got incorporated perfectly, so that might end up with a shitty crust. But, you know, we'll find out. Time will tell. That is... Oh! Wow, it's almost thick enough. How about that shit? Need to mush you together a little bit better. Mush. Mush, mush, mush. Mousetrap it. Oh, thanks for the host, Mousetrap. I appreciate you. I've been trying to host your stuff when you're on as well. This is an ugly looking crust right now. This crust does not look happy in the slightest. Alright, it's a little bit... oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh jeez, ow, ow, ow. Okay, so this is about I feel like this is not big enough though, right? Am I a crazy person? Like, it looks almost big enough. I'm gonna roll it a little bit thinner, if for no other reason than I am worried it will not cover the whole shebang, right? Like, part of me is like, did you do this wrong? Probably. I mean, there's a high chance that this is done wrong. Fingers crossed, hopefully, that the one that I just made that will be used next week isn't as crappy. This is definitely not a round pie crust. Oh, God. Definitely not a round pie crust. All right, you good? You good? Maybe? Possibly? You gonna behave? Or are you gonna just keep sticking to the rolling pin? Alright. Mousetrap, thank you. Thank you. Subscriber number 4. Only 6 remain for the coveted Founders Badge. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. Alright, so this here is my understanding the way you're supposed to put pie dough into a pie pan is you put it onto the rolling pin, like you roll it onto the pin, and then, oh god, you can do this. You can do this. Don't suck. Suck less. Alright, so then you take the pie and you flop it into the pie tin, right? Or pie plate? Pie dish? Dish, that's probably the word we're looking for. Alright, and then you kind of just schloop it down. I'm actually wondering, because this is a deep dish pie dish, which is not maybe the size that I'm supposed to be using. It looks a little stiff. Well, it's also been in the fridge longer than it's said to be in. But like I've read up on other pie crusts, and it's like, oh, it can be in there for anywhere from 2 to 24 hours, and it's been less than 24. It's been about, God, when did I make this? 12, let's see, 7, 8, finish at 8. It's 2 now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6, 18 hours ago? Something like that is when this one was finished. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so the sides might be a little thick, and I definitely don't think I'm going to have enough pie left over at the moment to do the fancy little pixelated edge that the instructions say to do, and that's fine. We don't need any fancy pixelated things. I'm a little concerned. See, okay, so down here in the corner, let's flip it this way, it's easier to see. Down here in the upper bit now, it's not totally, yeah, we're gonna have to work you up the side a little bit. Just to try to make you slightly more uniform in nature. And yeah, I can definitely still see some little finagles of butter or shortening. I'm actually not sure which one it is. It's one of them, that's for sure. All right. Pie, dough, right there. Fun times. We'll just deal with this. This can just be the ugly part. That'll be fine. Nobody has to worry. Next up. Yep, got that. Okay, prick the bottom with the fork so that it doesn't frickin' explode. 3, 4. About 9 of them should be fine, right? Yeah, let's do a few more. Why not? Okay, that should be fine. That should be more than enough. All right. Yeah, oh yeah, a badge. Yeah, it's a first badge. You'll have more badges soon once I get them designed and implemented into the channel. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Schloop it down. Can it? Yes. The ugly part is your favorite? Well, if you were here, I would let you have that piece. Okay, so the instructions, well, once again, me deviating from the things that it says to do. The instructions are like, oh, so get beans. Well, first wrap the inside with plastic wrap. Put a bunch of beans in it to weight it down, and then, bake it. 2 things wrong with that. Number 1, I don't think I have any food-safe plastic. So instead, we're going to use parchment paper, which is a thing that you can do. Use parchment paper. But additionally, I don't have beans, but what I do have is pie weights. I actually have these. Yeah, these were given to me for my birthday back in like 2018, and I've yet to actually use them. But what time like the present, am I right? I need all sorts of things if I ever want to go affiliate. Yeah, well, I mean, it is a grind, but I have faith in you. I think you can do. If I can do it, anybody can do it. That's all I'm saying. Look at how professional I am. That's all you need to know. So you're not sure I actually want to go, since I'm not sure what else I would need to start doing since I play games. I have less... Okay, first of all, I question this assertion that you have less friends than I do. But second of all, a lot of my followers aren't even friends. Like, a bunch of them I don't even know who they are necessarily. They're just people that saw me streaming a game one time, decided to follow. This is not opening. I need to, like, cut this with, like, a fork or something. There we go. And are still followed, but, like, I don't even know how many of them actually come into the stream ever. Let's just pour all those happy little pie weights down into the bottom of the pie. Way down that pie. Okay. Get down there. Get down there. So now, as you can see, we have, well, all these little, almost bean-looking round ceramic marbles, which aren't that heavy. I'm wondering if I should be using more? Like, you would think that one package of these things would be enough to do what they're supposed to do, right? But yeah, okay, so we have this. That's ready to go. Blop, choop, shoobity bop, rep. Yep, okay, yep, uh-huh. And then, yeah, bake for 35 minutes until golden brown around edges. All right, so we're going to grab this guy and put it on top. Here we do. 35 minutes. All right. $35. Boom. And in the meantime, there's a couple things I can do. All right. So after 35 minutes, we're going to do our best to take the pie weights out of the pie, and then we are going to bake it a little bit longer, and then we'll be ready to do the filling, which is my favorite part because it's the part that tastes good. So copyright and stuff? Copyright and stuff what? What are you talking about? What means you say, Mousetrap? It does take some work. I'll get to it eventually. You got this, Mousetrap. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. See, when I find out how to actually record my digital art, I want to post those with music, though not sure what platform. And yeah, Retroke and Mousetrap Games. Yeah, I know Witty has done art streams before. She's also got some videos up on the YouTubes of time lapses of art that she's done. So it's definitely a thing. Like, the biggest thing, I mean, OBS can, especially if you don't want to stream, like, OBS can definitely just record your process and whatever it is you're doing. This is going to be fun to clean. Let me just put this here into the trash real fast. Yep. And then wipe this down. Yeah, what you waiting for? That's a great question. What are you waiting for? It's just kind of the first, the first pass. Oh God. Yes, this is the first time I've ever done dough crap, like literally just on my counter. I did my best to wash it thoroughly before doing so. It'll be funny, and by funny I mean a little bit sad, if the amount of filling I make for this pie is not enough to fill it up because the pie dish is deep dish. I'll still eat it. No one can stop me. Yes, OBS can do a lot. It sure can. I have a tendency to do quick recordings sometimes before I stream to make sure that everything is presenting the way that I want it to. I even did one for the stream intro today to make sure that sound was actually coming out, because for whatever reason, I don't understand this. For whatever reason, when I set the thing in OBS, it didn't actually play the sound of the song out of OBS while it was playing, but it was there. It showed it doing its thing, so who am I to complain? One thing I want to do, since last time on Food Friday, we made those delicious cookies, right? I have since, well, they're all gone now, first off, I want to say. Woody ate some of them, and then I sent a dozen off to a few people, sister included, Guinea included, because she made a joke about... I think the joke was more, hey, I'm close enough to give these cookies to you, and I'm like, sure, why not? But yeah, so everyone so far, I don't think Guinea's actually gotten them, but everyone so far has been like, oh yeah, they turned out great, so that made me happy. But Ma sent some notes on those cookies in regards to the process, since I guess she started watching the video after it was up, which I'm like, oh, that's nice. Let's see here. Where? Okay, so she says she got the recipe from a friend of hers named Karen, which has to be a different Karen than the one that I was familiar with growing up, because it was in a completely different time and place. But I would have sworn she says that said person got it from a magazine, but I guess my mom got it from a friend whose son she used to babysit. Let's see. Shortly after I was born, this Karen brought 2 big gallon-sized bags of the cookies over. Mom liked them so much she asked for the recipe. And yeah, they originally had chocolate chips, but my dad doesn't like chocolate chips, which I just learned that on Saturday when I got sent this text. Who doesn't like chocolate chips? Like if you like chocolate but don't like chocolate chips, I don't quite understand, because I'm pretty sure he didn't dislike chocolate. Anyway, so she substituted it for the butterscotch. Yeah, let's see. Also, one other thing that she had mentioned. She's like, oh, if some people don't like butterscotch chips, just, divide the dough in half and add butterscotch to half and chocolate chips to the other. And I'm like, I don't want to use up half a bag of both of these things and have half a bag left over. That's just silly. And I guess also the original recipe called for walnuts as well, but I was not a fan of walnuts growing up, so she never put them in. Though I'm thinking the next time I make them, since Woody likes chocolate more than she likes butterscotch, I think I might make them with chocolate chips and with pecans and see how that turns out. Could be pretty gosh darn good. So, oh god, so many more things. So many more things have been said since I've been rambling. Oh, talking about all the fun, happy OBS stuff, huh? Brain more gooderer to figure out how to video. It's not super hard. I mean, it probably would be easier if you had somebody to, show you the ropes, but... there are tutorials online. I think some of the stuff I did was originally from, online tutorials on, YouTube or something. I love you too. Have fun saving the children.
Thank you.
Okay. Download and play with OBS maybe tonight. Do it. So wait, hold on. Wait. What do you stream with, Mousetrap? What are you using to stream via? Let's see. Not Karen. Yes, it was a Karen. But it seems like a nice Karen. So, that's good, right? Also passed the Postal Service exams this time. Wait, what? That's a thing? I wasn't aware that was a thing. Guess might be able to... Oh, yes, good. Hopefully, job. Fingers crossed on that, right? Those exams are intense. I imagine they would be. Exams suck. I hate them a little bit. Even though I always used to test pretty well. Not that intense, just kind of dumb. It's a personality test with correct answers. Oh my god, I hate those. I absolutely hate... I just want to say, those things where it's like, you think most people would steal or be honest or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the thing is that I am not somebody who would steal or, lie necessarily, but I know there's a bunch of people who would. So, But they assume that if you answer like, oh yes, there's people out there who steal, it's like, oh, that means you must be one of them because someone who wouldn't steal would never begin to think of that. It's like, you got the cookies? Hey, congrats. Glad to hear it. I was just talking about that. Did they all fall apart and or are they still soft and delicious? Is what I would like to know. Fingers crossed on both of the good things being true. But yeah, we've got a pie crust in the oven right now. Another pie dough in the fridge, which actually I should get a freezer bag and pop into the freezer because if we're not going to be using it anytime in the next 24 hours, then what I should do is I should freeze it until such a point in time where I actually am going to roll it up. And I'm wondering, did I not work it enough still? Like, that's the problem, is this other one, when I rolled it out, it didn't look 100%, you know, I mean, you saw, everyone who was here saw the almost fiasco, I guess you could call it. Like, it's a pie dough. It's in a pie dish right now. It's baking. But, yeah, I'm not 1,000% sure that it couldn't have been done better. So I'm wondering if this is actually, if it's been worked enough. I mean, it looks worked enough-ish to me, so. Yeah, we're going in the freezer. Get in there somewhere. On top of the core that we have for reasons I'm not sure of. What to do? Also, like 56 questions, but really only like 8 questions asked 7 different ways to try to catch you in contradiction. Oh, those are fun. I don't know if I've taken a test like that. It was actively trying to trick me. That sounds kind of like a bag of dicks, if you ask me. They're fresh still, not hard, but like soft fresh. Okay, excellent. Yeah, hard is what we're trying to avoid. Even though, again, every single time that I've made them here since moving to Utah, I think they have turned out kind of hard, not super not hard. So the experiment of altering the recipe for high altitude was definitely great. They good. Yay. Excellent. And now you know how to make them because, you know, you watched it. Though I can't remember what altitude you live at, whether or not you have to... Oh, BRB. Alrighty. Alrighty. Have fun being right where you are until you're here again. Alright, we have 24 minutes. Damn me. Damn me, why? It's not my fault. Let me actually change this back to food, shall we? Food. Food and drink. Update information, bam. See, hey, look, it's a baking stream. Wow, the whole time it was all about baking. Who knew? It got jumpy when you switched the camera? Oh, interesting. How strange. Well, it looked like it was a little bit jumpy before I switched it on my my feed, at least. Just move this over here. Okay. Gonna turn on the light to take a gander at this. I should be able to take all these beads out. Pretty sure. Alright, so it's going to be another 10 minutes to start, and then I'm going to kind of gauge it with my eyes. It's supposed to be golden brown around the edges, right? That's a thing. That's a thing about pie, isn't it? Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay. 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 Please do not fall. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. You're doing great. Oh, okay. Pie's actually starting to look not too bad. Okay, so put that in. Another 10 minutes. Bam. Okay. How hot are these? Just put my hand over them. They're fairly hot. They're not like burning to instant touch. All right, so good news. Pie does not look terrible. I was worried for a moment. It does not look like the worst thing in the world. So we should be good to continue on. You know, it might not be a bad idea, though, for the time being, is to maybe in the 10 minutes that we have, to get the rest of the ingredients together, right? Okay, so I'm going to need egg yolks. That's a thing. How many? 4? 4 egg yolks? 4 egg yolks, yes. Okay. I might as well just measure out all the things I need. I mean, that's a smart thing to do, isn't it? Yep. Let's see, we are going to, let me just double check this real fast. Okay, so medium bowl, got a medium bowl right over here, actually. In the medium bowl is where the egg yolks will go. We're also going to need the cornstarch, salt, and the milk. Okay, but we're going to need a bunch of milk, so we should probably measure that out right now. Also going to need this cream, so take that out. Oh yeah, I am going to need this, like right now. Rinse this out a whole bunch real fast. Also not accidentally break it by having something that was ice cold suddenly get hot. That would be a disaster. I would feel like a gosh darn fool if I did that. Alright, mostly dry. Dried a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to need, let me actually get this for the milk because there's more than 2 cups worth. Two and a half, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 2.5 cups whole milk. Okay, so our fridge has this annoying tendency to make milk go bad real fast. So this is fresh milk bought yesterday. That is 2. And half. There we go. Cream I'll just measure out and put into that and leave it there. Rinsing and wiping, of course, just a little. I go through more paper towels than any one person I know. Blam. Cream we need 1 cup heavy cream. All right. Perfect. Stick you back in the fridge. And just sit you over there for now. Okay, we're gonna need brown sugar, we're gonna need cornstarch, we're gonna need cinnamon, we're gonna need salt, we're gonna need the eggs. Eggs would be a good thing to do now, before it's too late. Alright, I'm gonna do this the slightly messier way, I think. The messier and or maybe easier to do way. We'll find out. We'll find out in a second. Because the practice of just reaching in and like grabbing the yolk out of the massive egg appeals to me. Like, it just feels like that should be the way to do it. It's simple. It doesn't require any extra crap. It's like, oh, I could use this adorable fish concoction and then wash it out afterwards. Or I could just go like this and get a perfect yolk. Just bam, like so. Then use the rest of these whites for, I don't even know, make a meringue. There we go. Yolk number 2. Like, the only reason I wouldn't do this before is because, like, it makes your hands all eggy. But that's why God invented soap. Such that you could wash your hands after. All right, there we go. 4 egg yolks. Perfect. I should probably set aside some space for this thing to sit. Actually, no, I can just put it over here. Yeah. Just have it rest over here, which would be good too, because that's where, well, if I want to actually finish the assembly process over here, it might be nice to have it over here. All right. Since the last step for the pie filling involves taking it off the heat anyway, may as well. Okay, so that can just sit right there. Egg whites are whitening. Just put those maybe in the fridge cupboard or something. That might not be a bad idea. For the time being, until I decide what to do with it. Surely there must be some use for these. Alright. You get to live here for now. Have fun with that. Don't mix this up with the rest of the meatloaf guck that Fix never finished off. That would be a disaster. Okay, don't think I need this anymore. I think that's about it. Pretty sure. Okay, so yolk's there. 90 seconds left on that. Let's see. 6 tablespoons cornstarch. Cornstarch is la la la. Was I singing absentmindedly? Did I forget something? What's going on? What's happening here? Measure out the cornstarch here. All right, so we got 1 tablespoon is 10 grams. We need 6 tablespoons, so we need 60 grams. That's the power of math. Oh, this is closed. Oh, this is closed. Do we have... Oh, this is the one that's not closed. Okay, hold on. You're still good, right? Best used by year 2022. Sounds good to me. All right. Oh, my gosh. Please don't. Please behave. $55, $59, and... 60? Come on. Give me the 60. Give me, there we go. Okay. Love that I'm still making a mess. That's excellent. All right. Put you back over there. Cinnamon salt. Does the cinnamon go in? Cinnamon doesn't go in yet. That would be silly. That'd be crazy. Cornstarch, salt, and eggs. Okay, yeah. So, salt. 1 teaspoon salt. Teaspoon lives here. No time. Gotta check the pie. Okay. Take a gander at that. That looks like pie to me. I mean, it looks golden brown. I would be hard pressed to say this is not a pie. All right, let me... Okay, so here we have a pie crust. Ooh. Ah. Delicious. Just rest that on a wire rack for the time being. Close this. Turn it off. All right. Cool. Excellent. All right. So we've got part of a pie now. Awesome. Where were we? That's right. We were getting the salt. We were starting to get all the things together for the next step in the process. Teaspoon salt. Just plop this here. All right. Into the cornstarch you go. Okay, combine flour. Okay, cornstarch, salt, egg yolks until smooth. Whisk in milk. Then we're gonna melt the butter. That's right, butter, which is here. Half a stick of butter. So we're gonna need. Where is the pot? Here's the pot. Okay, so we're gonna just let you chill right there for a second. 'Cause we're gonna need this butter in there. We're just gonna set it down in the pot that it's going to eventually melt in for safekeeping. Butter back in the fridge. See, I want to get everything together now because I'm not going to have a whole lot of time between steps to make sure everything is ready to go. Okay, so we got the butter, medium high heat. Okay, dark brown sugar. Got the cream. We're going to do that parts. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is there more salt? That's weird. Hold on. So it says whisk the cornstarch, salt, and eggs until smooth, which I feel like the salt might not supposed to be in there because later on down it says to add the salt and cinnamon. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about. Though I do want to rinse off this whisk that we were using for the pie dough because we're going to want to use it for this thing too. So. Okay, excellent. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Okay, but we do want to measure out the butterscotch we're going to need and the brown sugar that we are going to need. All right, so this calls for half a cup of these chips. All right, 1/2 cup of chips, which is 8 tablespoons times 15, which would be 4 times 30, which would be 120. If I know how to do math, it would be 120. Yes, okay, so. Open you up, open you up. Get over here. Come on. Behave. There we go. Okay. Too much. Okay. Once again, that smell. Oh man. So good. Come on. Get there. Get to the number. There we go. Okay. 120 grams. This is going to be the last thing that we do for the whole process. Okay. And how much brown sugar? 1/2 cup dark brown sugar. Okay. One teaspoon's 4 grams. So 4 grams times 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon, times 8 tablespoons is 1/2 cup, if I'm not mistaken. That's how math works. So 96 grams of this. Almost. Almost. Oh, so close. A singular gram off. All right. That should be enough. It's a little too much. It's too much. It's too much. It must be perfect. There we go. Okay. Problem solved. Okay, I think we have all the things we need now. We've got the egg yolks. We've got the salt and the cornstarch there. We're gonna need the cinnamon. How much cinnamon are you? 1 teaspoon? Sure, why not? Where'd the thing that we were using go? It's disappeared. No worries. We didn't need it anyway. Okay. Just, whoop, hold on. Just kind of slide you down. There we go. Just dunk you in here for now. We'll use you later. Okay. I think we're ready to do the thing. Cornstarch, check. Salt, check. Cinnamon, check. Yolks, butter, check. Brown sugar, cream, milk, butterscotch chips. Okay. Let's do a thing. Okay, whisk cornstarch, salt, egg yolks until smooth. Okay, you got it. Dump these yolks in there. Here's my whisk. Where'd my whisk go? Right here. Whisk until smooth. Try not to make a huge frickin' mess all over the place, because that's not good. You will make a mess. Just try to limit it as much as possible. Smooth. What means smooth? This does not seem to be smooth. I guess it's kind of smooth. It's getting smoother. It's becoming something, that's for sure. Whisk in milk. Okay, let's whisk in a little bit. Maybe first. This is the milk, right? This is the milk. Okay. Maybe you can break up some of this stuff too while you're at it. It's stuck inside the whisk. There we go. That's more like it. Come on. Stuff flies everywhere. This looks so weird. It looks weird. Like, is this correct? Is this the way that it's supposed to be? I guess we'll find out soon. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like chunks of yolk are not the way that it's supposed to be at the bottom of this thing. But I mean, this isn't just milk, it is definitely dissolved a bit. Alright, so hold on. Whisk in milk, got it, yep. In a saucepan, gonna melt the butter over medium heat. Add dark brown sugar. Bring to a boil, whisk constantly for 3 minutes. Okay, so basically, melt all the butter, put in the sugar, mix for 3 minutes. Then combine the cream mixture and the sugar mixture. And then slowly whisk in the egg mixture. Is this right? Is this correct? Somebody tell me, is this correct? Is this right? All right, we're going to go with this. We're going to go with this. And the main reason that we're going to go with this is because in the video that was on the original recipe, it definitely looked like there was some yellow grundles just chilling in the bowl as she poured it in. So I'm going to assume that this is correct and proceed from here. Okay, so we're going to need this, we're going to need this, we're going to need this. And it goes in the order of brown sugar, cream, milk, then cinnamon, and bring to a boil. Okay, sounds good. And then once it's at a boil, take it off, mix in the chips, stir, so on and so forth, etc. What? Hello, Cinnerose. You made it in time to see the most exciting part and the most dangerous part of this process. So let me just point this mic in the direction that I'm going to be. And how's the lighting? The lighting still looks good for you guys, at least. All right, so here goes nothing. So we're going to melt this butter. This nice cube of butter. One of the other things about this stovetop is that it's got 3 different settings of burners. It's got a power burner on the front 2, and then on the back right it's got an AccuSimmer, whatever that means. What it means is just that the power is less than all the other burners. And then it's got one that's unlabeled in the back left. So like, the 2 that are normal and closest are the ones that get the hottest. So I don't, like, it's hard for me to tell, is medium on the front supposed to be medium, or is it slightly higher because this is a power burner? Like, the world may never know. I certainly don't. Also, I apologize. My eyes are not great. I can definitely see that there are comments over there, and I cannot read them because they are too small. But I promise I will read every single one after I get back over there, which will be in a little bit. We got some time to go before that happens. All right, that's getting there. Almost all melting now. See, this is another thing I want to do, and now that I have some wonderful, fantastic, lovely subscribers who I appreciate and love oh so very much, your money is going to help me get more stuff. Like, one of the things I would like to get is a Bluetooth camera to just, you know, let you get up close and personal on the stovetop situation. All right, so in goes the brown sugar. Mix that all up. Start a 3-minute timer while we continually mix you. Mix, 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 and don't stop mixing. Part of me wonders if this is too big, but on the other parts, like, you gotta put in like 3 cups of dairy. It's fine. Oh god, I'm gonna grab this. Okay, just to make sure. All right. I don't think that I'm supposed to lower the temperature on this at any point. Over medium high. Yep, okay, yep. Bring to a boil, whisking constantly, 3 minutes. Yep, whisking. This is, oh boy, are we whisking right now. More whiskey business if I ever did see it. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't say lower the temperature at all. It just says at some point we're going to remove it from the heat. So, which we are definitely going to do. Oh yeah, that's getting nice and melty. Although there's a... Ow! Hot! Cool. Awesome. Let's not burn ourselves. That's bad. There's this one little chunk of the stuff that doesn't seem to want to dissolve. Maybe that'll change. Okay, we're about halfway halfway done with this. Does this say anything about how much we're supposed to incorporate the cream before we... Nope, it just says combine and then slowly combine the milk and the eggs. Interesting. I wonder if I could continue to stir both of these simultaneously. This is probably a bad idea. I'm just asking to mess something up here, I'm sure of it. Alright, we got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I wouldn't say that this is boiling so much as it definitely looks more like caramel than it did a moment ago. So that's cool, I guess. I'm not 1,000% sure that's supposed to look like caramel, but that's what makes this stream exciting. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so then we're gonna pour in cream. So you look a little bit seized up. That's not great. Just get you out of there and slowly pour in this as it said to. Slowly pouring it in. Oh, there's definitely something wrong with this. I feel something is wrong with this right now. Come on. No, you're getting in there. All of you. Every single last bit of you is getting in there. Get in there right now. Is it wrong? Who knows? Is it right? Who knows? I sure as heck do not. See, the part that I'm wondering is, did this all seize up because the cream was not warm enough? Was it too cold? Is it going to re-melt into the stuff? I sure hope so. Okay, this is also where we're supposed to add the cinnamon. Excellent. Yeah, I feel something about this is not turning out the way that I anticipated. This is also why I'm not a big fan of doing stuff on the stovetop. Alright, are you going to melt over time? Tell me you're going to melt over time. All I know is that this is supposed to get back up to a boil, so that might take a little bit of time. Once that happens, I think it's also supposed to be a little bit thicker than it is right now. I know from previous experience, let me just real quick set a timer. Oh, it smells nice though. Okay, I'm getting the cinnamon smell. That's pretty good. Shoo-ba-doo-doo. Shoo-doo-doo-doo. Let's see. Yeah, I think it feels like feels like it might be re-melting the butter and brown sugar bits. So that's good. But yeah, I have a timer set so that like I will know it's like, yeah, this is thickened enough. This is definitely thickened enough or not. Because like, whenever I do sauces, it never takes more than like 8 minutes for them to thicken. So I have a feeling that that is the case with this too. Just keep on whisking that. In fact, it will probably take less time. Actually, I think it's almost, it's starting to look thick. We're starting to look pretty thick right now. Hold on. Are you boiling yet? Okay, it does smell good. Okay, you are definitely boiling. You're definitely boiling. This looks chunkier than I would have liked. I will say that. The chunkiness of this does not super please me, but it's okay. Everything is going to be okay. Just gonna melt the butterscotch chips in there. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm over here and I can actually read stuff. Let me scroll. Da-na-na-na-na. Hello, handsome. Oh boy, thank you. Hi. How are you doing, cutie? Let's see. So excited you get to see a live broadcast. Hey, I'm excited you get to see a live broadcast. Okay, so this actually looks a little bit like it did in the video. That's good. I'm gonna stir it a little bit longer just to make sure that it fully melts and incorporates. Give me plenty of time to, let's see here. See. Just hogging the chat. Dude, I do not mind when people hog the chat. It's better when I'm there to also respond, but I like it when people chat. Chatting makes me happy. See, too many cooks in the kitchen. Toriel is definitely supervising. Her pie is better than mine, though. Let's see. I need an oven cam. Yes, I do need an oven cam. I'm going to get one, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Face cam for when I'm at the oven? Nah, well then I might need 2 more. Mention the subscription will be... Yes, definitely. Definitely. Like, all the money I make for the stream is going to go to either equipment for the stream or ingredients for recipes that will be made on stream. Okay. So now, the next thing that's going to happen... Check this out. Is this still hot? Not really. I can touch it with my hand. Touch it with my hand a little bit. Okay, so we're going to move the pie over here. All right, here's time for the money shot. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and countrymen. So now we're going to just pour. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that is... Oh, okay. That worry that I had about the pie filling, or the pie crust being too low, no longer have that worry whatsoever. Although, oof, actually, hold on. There we go. I might have put a little too much in. Think about it. Smooth it out. It's fine. It's fine. Probably. Do I want to scoop some? I might want to scoop some. All right. Just in case. We don't want over full pie, right? Like, we can eat this extra. It's basically just butterscotch pudding, right? Something like that. Just spread that. Spread. Yes. Excellent. Oh, so good. Look at the steam. Can you see? Is the steam coming up on camera? Do I need to, like, hold on. Do I need to stand with my shirt? The blackness of the shirt. There we go. Now you can see the steam. Check that out. Oh, so good. Man, oh man. Okay, so we have made a pie. It's not as smooth looking as the example, but as this is my first time making this, I'm okay with that. I think in future what I might do is have the dairy out a bit ahead of time so it's not quite as cold. Because I think that might have not helped with the initial combination of the cream and the brown sugar butter mixture. But I mean, hey, this looks good to me. It smells good. Oh, amazing. And yeah, it's a pie. Let me just scoot that a little bit closer to y'all so you can see it better. Excellent. I don't know if there's a way to smooth out the top better than I did. Probably. Probably not like this. This is not the way. This is the way. All right. Do. See, some characters. Good idea. It's going to keep. Yeah, I mean, yes, he's going to keep up the baking streams. Of course, he's going to keep them up. What are you, crazy? Goddamn, it's going to be a dummy thick pie. Yes, it will. So I guess you need like 5 cameras. This is a little excessive, bro. I don't know about that. Like we got the face here. We got this. Then I'm gonna need. I feel like here's the thing. I feel like if I had like one here, right? If I had one like here, looking out over, like especially if it was at such an angle that you could like I could be like here and be like, hey, and you could still see the face. I feel like that would be good. I feel like that would be sufficient. But what do I know? What am I? Some kind of professional streamer or something? Huh, that's silly. But yeah. We have pie. So the next step is to just wait for an hour for it to cool a little bit on the counter. And then it goes into the fridge for some amount of time. And then you stick it in your mouth and you eat it. So that's a pie. Inside one? Wait, what? Hold on. Elevated counter cam. Wait. Elevated counter cam. Side cam so we can see working at the oven. One for inside the oven. That is never going to be a thing. I'm sorry. I'm never going to have an inside camera. That sounds crazy. Special camera that takes heat. Why is my main question. Why? Like, I feel like, if anything, that would be useful for me as a person who does baking to be like, oh, so right now it looks like this. Because the oven's got that black screen, like the little dots to make it hard to see inside, which I think is stupid and I don't understand. So like, if I could have that not be a thing, that'd be nice. Oh. Hey, the timer was still going. What do you know? How about that? Is that Witty?
Whoa.
Guess what, Witty?
It smells like a pie.
Does it smell like a pie?
Yes.
Do you want to look at the pie? It's basically done. We have a little bit more filling than we expected. I'll just keep gesticulating to the pie until she arrives. How about one that can look inside of the oven? I mean, that could be okay, but again, there's that problem of the little dots that make it hard to see inside of. 'Cause awesome. See, the only thing that, I like the idea of having the inside the oven camera to do like a time lapse of, oh, whoa, in 5 seconds, here's the hour-long baking process and what happens to it. But I don't necessarily, I should probably start the timer for when I put it in the fridge as it is. 2, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, start. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about having a camera? Because Mousetrap is trying to convince me to get 5 different cameras for the kitchen.
I don't know if you can put cameras inside the oven.
He says that they exist, that they're a heat-proof camera specifically designed to be put inside ovens to record shit that's going on inside ovens.
Do not.
Yeah, don't, doggo. You stay right there. Which I don't doubt that. I'm sure that exists. I'm also pretty sure it's really expensive. So if you want to,
a channel goal.
If you want to, hey, Mousetrap, if you want to
clean the oven for the first time in 6 months.
If you want to donate about 50,000 bits, I would be more than happy to get that camera right now, dedicate it to you, set it up. Everything would be great.
How many?
I mean, I assume it's got I'm just saying $500 seems like not an unreasonable amount for a heat-proof oven camera.
Let me look up how much it is.
I feel like it would be expensive. Let's see. I was going to ask if you were supposed to chill. Yes, I am supposed to chill at some point. Well, let me actually double check how long it chills for. Shoobity-bop. Because, at this point, the baking process is done. The stream could end at any time. I'm just hanging out and having fun with you guys.
We have to figure out how much it costs first.
Huh? How much what costs first?
The camera.
The camera? Well, yeah.
Video camera for use in an
Let's see
oven.
here. What says refrigerate? Let's see. Cooling rack for an hour and then refrigerate to completely cool. It doesn't specify. I assume it's probably like somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 5, 6 hours. I don't know. Something like that. Wait. You don't know about that. You're assuming there are heat-resistant ones. Okay. What's so funny?
Someone made a goof on their temperatures, and someone else commented, that is 80 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
Oh, dear. That's not great. Oh, by the way, we've
Apparently, fuck off. Get out.
Witty language.
You guys don't have to fuck off. The dog does, though.
That's not the point. Language.
I'm sorry. I have tarnished this kid-friendly stream.
You've tarnished the virgin ears of our listeners.
Apparently, a lot of cooking shows use glass backs on their ovens to provide a
glass backs, not glass fronts. Like
this person's trying to mount a GoPro inside their oven, which sounds wise.
Sounds like a not great idea to me. Yeah, so these pie weights came in handy.
Well, that's not good. This is like request a quote.
What?
That's what people say when things are very expensive.
Oh, God. Can I get these to go down? So I can close this container? I love it when things come in a container and they fit, and then you try to put them back and they just don't. Butter. Oh, so here's a question since we got some people here. What should my first emote be? I kind of like the idea of it being Link holding Monster Cake and looking all happy because, I still love games and want to do game stuff, and Breath of the Wild was the first thing I ever streamed. And number two, I do want to make that Monster Cake. It's in the Babish book that Guinea got me.
This does look like your best bet is to mount the camera on the outside of the oven. True heat-proof cameras cost thousands and thousands.
Thousands and thousands. All right, you heard it here. So, Mousetrap, as soon as you send me those 100,000 bits, we will be in business. And I will get that camera and stick it in the oven. Waiting on you. Your move.
Gecko Oven Cam, an Indiegogo project. That seems legit.
I would call it Va Rudanya.
Oh, it's... No.
Get it? Because it's a gecko? It's heat? Hot? Ha 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 ha
When
ha
was
ho!
this been made?
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out when this was even... Oh, it closed.
Oh, the thing?
Yeah.
That makes it?
It did not meet its goal.
By the way...
This is what happens when you put your camera in the oven.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Don't try this.
If you have any use for egg whites, there are 4 egg whites chilling in the fridge right now.
Put them in my mouth.
In a bowl. Cook them first, I hope.
They're from my chickens, right?
Yeah.
I could eat them raw.
But do you want to?
I could do it on camera.
Do you? Are you gonna?
No.
That's what I thought.
I mean, unless someone donates for it.
Oh my God. You heard it here first, folks. Shilling to have Witty drink raw eggs on camera. I don't know if that's a thing we can do.
I can do that. Our chickens don't have salmonella, so I will not get salmonella.
I mean, that's not the point. By the way, I don't know if it works yet, but I think I tried to set up the thing where you can donate bits to get text read out in a computer voice on the stream. I pressed the button to have it test through the widget, and it claimed it was working, but I still don't know. I have zero idea how bits work. I'm a professional streamer. I love you too. You're amazing. Mwah.
Hi, dog. Hi.
All right, so yep, this is our pie. Again, in case you missed it, we have our pie. It's right here. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. Oh man, such good. Egg whites for meringue. I mean, I don't know that I'd want to put meringue on top of this though. If I a lemon meringue. It could be the next pie I try to make. So yeah, I have a feeling. Okay, so again, like when it comes to cheesecake, I've been doing that for. Oh God, that's right. I got that memory on Facebook recently where it's like, when was that from? Was it from 2010? No, it was from 2009. I think it was from 2009. So it's been 12 years since I've been making cheesecakes, and my first cheesecakes weren't so great. So I think honestly what I need to do is I just need to like research more pie stuff and learn and practice more pie stuff and make more pies, really, when it comes down to it. And boy, I'm in luck because there's that peach pie I'm going to get to make next week. And peaches are fine, I guess. Like, I don't hate them necessarily, but Whitty loves them a lot, so that's why we're going to make it.
What do I love?
You love peaches.
Oh, I do.
Move into the country.
Out of the kitchen.
Go, doggo. Meringue cookies? That's a thing. Like, surely there's more than just meringue in them, right? Like, how does one flavor a meringue cookie? And more importantly, how do those differ from, what's it called? Macarons. Pretty sure that whipping egg whites is a process in macarons as well. Says the person who's never made macarons in his life. Yeah, at some point in time I would like to take suggestions for things to make. Honestly, what I would like to do, at least for people who are nearby, what would be really great is if I could have like special guests, like actual guests come in, people that I know, friends and such, and be like, hey, we're going to make this on this show, and you're going to help, and at the end you get to keep it, so I don't have to eat it all. But I'm going to eat, well, maybe not all of this, but I'm going to eat a fair amount of this because I've been craving this for a while. I've wanted to remake this and stick it in my mouth since before Christmas, because I remember wanting to replay Undertale and wanting to eat this thing around the same time period. So, but now here it is. Fantastic. It's going to be kind of a pain to get out of the thing, but I mean, that's just pie. That's just how pie works. So, but yeah, next thing we're going to be making on Friday is the keto brownie cheesecake with keto peanut butter cups for Witty's Valentine's Day present. And then the next thing is going to be another Witty thing because we just happen to have the dough. But I don't know what's going to be for the next Food Friday yet. I will have to decide probably on Saturday. So until that time happens. And again, if you have any suggestions, once again, professional streamer. I need to set up a Discord so I can have all of my wonderful, fantastic viewers come and say, hey, it would be cool if you made this thing, or that thing, or the other thing. And I can be like, hey, that does sound great. Because I remember there are people who will go onto my Facebook and tag me in things. Oh man, that is good. That is amazing.
We have a bounty.
We do? More eggs. Hey. Awesome. I've been eating Kazooie's eggs first because they're bigger and they provide more protein.
More nutrients.
So, but yeah. Yeah, people will tag me in things on Facebook and be like, oh, this looks so good. Which it took me a long time to realize this is just a subtle hint to be like, oh, you should make this and give it to me. I was like, oh, that's what you meant this whole time. The difference between the two is the way the meringue is made. Ooh, okay. In the French method, egg whites are whisked until stiff peaked meringue forms. Either Italian or French meringue can be combined with ground almonds. The macaron is made by combining icing sugar and ground almonds into a fine mixture. Hot damn. I don't think macarons are going to be a thing that I attempt to make anytime soon just because I have heard how finicky they are. Like, stupidly finicky. So, oh, by the way, Ginhee, I got a bone to pick with you. So, for those who don't know, which is all of you besides Ginhee, she recently introduced me to Mythical Kitchen, which at first I was like, okay, sure, I'll give it a check out. Watched some of the things, listened to the podcast. I now absolutely love the channel. But freaking Josh, oh my god. Like, I cannot stand his kitchen policies. It's like, what the hell are you doing, man? It's like, not even just the whole, I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants and not weigh or measure anything. That's fine, whatever. Tons of people do that. The whole, like, sticking your finger into the stuff, licking it and putting it back and then using that, like, what kind of an unsanitary man are you? You make really crazy looking, amazing sounding food, but my god, would you please just stop? I cringe every time I see that. It's like, holy crap. Yeah, that's him. That shouldn't be him. That goes against so many food safety regulations. I remember there was one of the Snack Smash episodes that happened that was produced or produced? No, not produced. Like it published. It was published early March last year. It was like I think it was Trevor actually, the one that did this. Like he did the whole drop the spatula on the floor and lick it clean thing. I just thought it was funny. They put the text was like, this was recorded beforehand. It's like, please don't freak out. He's fine from COVID, blah, blah, blah sort of thing. But like, regardless, don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm sure he's more sanitary when he's making it for peeps, but he said, if anybody who's ever eaten my food, hey, just let it be known that I've probably done this to it. He said that in one of the episodes. So, granted, he doesn't always say the truth all the time, but, like, it kind of blows my mind, man. It kind of blows my mind. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I got to say. But, yeah, super great. Who knows? Maybe I'll attempt to make some of the things he's made. The things he's made, freaking, like, I think the best looking one was the, like, I'm really curious about the Cheez-It raviolis. But making pasta? Like, from scratch? That seems hard. Like, already, making pie dough is hard enough for someone who doesn't make pie dough. Making pasta? That sounds like it's the same sort of thing where I used to tell my mom, you don't make pizza. You order pizza, Mom. Come on, be serious. But pizza is definitely a thing that I want to and will make on here at some point in time. I'm probably going to have to do the same thing I did today, where I make the dough ahead of time, and then also make it, on the stream. And then I can just have two pizzas. So, that's a win-win, if you ask me. Yeah, pasta. It sounds fancy. It sounds like I've seen enough videos of him doing it now that I'm like, that doesn't look hard. I don't have, like, a pasta roller thing, so it would definitely have to be one of those things where I like just do it manually by hand. But I don't know. It's this entire channel is to have me try experiment culinary adventures and see where they go. We have this one in front of us now. I'm definitely going to be eating the rest of the guck inside this pot before rinsing it out. Yeah, all in all, I would call this a qualified success, because we have a pie. Everything seems to be cooked. It just doesn't seem to be as homogeneous as it should probably be, but that's okay. Things don't always have to be super homogeneous. So, all right, I'm gonna check real quick just to. Whoa, stop! There you go. Is somebody that I know streaming right now? No. It's just telling me to manage my channel directly from my phone. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I wanted to see if anybody was streaming so I could raid or host them. Anybody that I care about right now. Let me just because I did this last time and it was like, I almost regretted it. Let's see. Yes, look at this category, food and drink. Cheese. Oh, it is. That's right. It's National Pizza Day. Almost forgot about that. Let's see. This person's also making pizza. Okay. All right. Diabetic friendly cookies. Okay. That sounds interesting. Oh, it's this person's birthday. Okay. Alright, that sounds cool. And they're making chewy chocolate chip cookies. Okay, neat. Alright, so that's what we'll do. Wait, what? Tony stream, if you're okay with Tony. Oh, wait. Oh, JK, he's done. Well, I should probably follow him too, so that I can know the next time. But yeah, nobody. Do you have a suggestion? Oh, lovely, wonderful mod of mine, or like literally anybody else who's here? Because if not, this Jimmy Mack, whose birthday it is, will be the one to be rated / hosted. Cookies are cool. I was thinking that for my various subscription tiers, we would have the most valuable tier be cheesecake tier, because again, cheesecakes are the best. The next one be brownie tier, and then the next one be cookie tier, because those are like the three things that I'm most familiar with baking at this point. Wedding cake? I probably not going to be doing one of those soon. Even if somebody I know is getting married, which I don't think anybody is right now. So, but yeah, let's just move some stuff out of the way. I have a fair bit of cleanup left to do. I also have enough butterscotch chips that I could probably make a second one of these if I wanted. But that's not going to happen anytime soon, probably. Especially since I'm going to be eating the vast majority of this on my own. Alright, do-do-do-doot. Do-do-do-doot. Let me go into the thing / raid. What is this? Start a prediction? Wonder what chat thinks will happen during a stream? Use the... What? What is... Okay, that's an interesting thing. Okay, raid. JIMMIEMAC. Do. Should also have a special camera to record how much weight you gain as you eat all your baking. Oh my god, thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming for the stream, and thank you for the subscription again. I freaking appreciate you so hard and so much. You're amazing. I love you in your face. And I look forward to all the magical, amazing things that we do together in the future. I feel like I was going to say something, but I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it's this dude's birthday. Wish him a happy birthday. And I apologize if there's anything that's crazy, strange, or weird that happens when when we go. But yeah, bye!